Hey guys, thank you for coming back and joining us. Last week we had a few technical difficulties with the live podcast, and guess what? This week we had a few technical difficulties with the live podcast. No, but it went good. If you hear a little hum, a little buzz, hey man, that's where the technical difficulty comes in at. But hey, with each week we're getting better. This time we had the video, but you know, the buzz in the background, it's a little hum, but you still hear a good conversation. So come join us for this good conversation. And now let's walk into the Comedy Trap House. Welcome everybody back to another Dormtainment. You know what? I am starting off wrong already. It's a new day.
It's a new day, brother.
Welcome everybody back to the Comedy Trap House podcast. I am your host, Rome Green Jr., aka the Romus Touch. You know, because I make everything turn to gold when I touch it. We got Cam in the building.
A blue whale's tongue weighs more than most elephants.
Shit. We got Emmanuel in the building.
Do they give head?
Does a blue whale give head?
Do they give head to each other?
Let's think about this.
I'm just wondering. We're mammals, so do whales give head to each other?
How is it going? Is it going to sit up, sit down?
I mean, it's the water, Rome. They can float around each other. They can do some shit.
I don't think the animal kingdom has explored into oral yet.
You don't think they explored into oral yet?
Can somebody research that? Has the animal kingdom explored oral yet? Because I would like to find that out. Like, that would be an interesting thing. Because no, you know what? Have you ever heard of the bonaboo monkeys or bomaboo monkeys?
The what?
These monkeys, they fuck like humans.
But most monkeys do.
No, but it's just like that's all they do. They be stroking on there, and it is quite hilarious, honestly.
But most monkeys do.
No, but it's a different. They're really sexual.
Monkeys are pretty savage.
But these are really sexual. We're gonna look it up. All
right.
We're gonna look it up. That along with a whale head. We'll look that up.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dormtainment, the Comedy Trap House.
Yeah, all that. But Emmanuel, you have a few announcements you want to make before we jump into things.
Yes, I do. Been thinking about this for a minute, and you know, I understand. I want everybody to pay attention to me right now. I understand that a lot of people have been asking us questions on the internet about what's going on with y'all YouTube channel. Where's Tay at? What's going on? I'm sick of all this shit on here. I only got one thing to say to you. Relax.
Aaron Rodgers said it best.
Relax. My man AG. AR.
AG?
He got a G out of Rodgers.
Aaron Gordon. Relax. Everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of change, and when change happens, people panic sometimes. It's okay.
Yeah.
For those of you that are asking about Tay,
mm-hmm.
Tay's taking some personal time right now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget that we've been doing this for 7 years.
Tell them again.
7 years.
You want me to tell you how many days that is?
You know how many days it?
Go ahead. Keep going.
No, how many days?
No, it's like because it's 365 days in a year. You times that by 7. That's easy. Let me do the math real quick.
All right, shut up, Ron.
Go ahead.
You threw me off because you didn't know what the days were.
My bad.
2,500 and 5,500.
2,500 and 5,500. The fuck? Continue.
Tay's taking some personal time right now. We all need it, all right? We've all taken that time in the group. I know I'm up next. I'm personally going to be taking some time out too. So everybody relax. What's up?
Did you put in your paid time leave? Did you put it on the schedule?
I didn't put it. Was I supposed to put it on the schedule?
Yeah, no, you got to put that on the schedule, brother. You can't see Tay put his on the schedule.
Let's show the man Tay a little respect.
Mm-hmm.
Give him his time off. Let him relax a little bit. We still got skits with him coming. And matter of fact, that's a good leeway to this October, we will be on October 7th? 6th? We'll get that date to you.
Yeah.
In October, we are going to be featured on Fuse.
Fuse
the
TV.
channel. We're going to be on Fuse TV. Please check us out on there. We're going to have some original skits on there that we're going to be showing. And Tay is in a couple of those, actually. So y'all stay tuned for that. We got a lot of great new content coming. And like I said, just relax, y'all. All this new content that y'all see us dropping, what we've always envisioned Dormtainment beyond just this group of ours was Dormtainment being a network, a channel. You know, us creating a studio long term where we can make original movies, original shows. So we just giving you a plethora of different things we can do. We still gonna be hitting you over the head with skits. And believe me, Dormtainment will never stop the comedy.
Bi-weekly hits.
Bi-weekly hits. Don't we got one coming out Sunday?
We got one coming out this Sunday. The name of it is
to be announced.
To be announced. I almost said it because I wasn't, but I was like, we haven't discussed the name.
It's a funny one though. Y'all stay tuned for that.
Featuring Cynthia Luciette, man. So shout out to her.
That's all I had to say, and thank y'all for y'all support too, man. We always appreciate it. Thank you for showing so much love, and even if y'all a little perturbed, perturbed is a good word, about what's been going on. We got good stuff coming. I mean, we were always striving to get better and better at our craft, and because of y'all, we're able to do it for our career. So, you know, appreciate all that stuff.
And Tay is thankful for the love too, and we appreciate every bit of the support that we get. Now, I want to jump into something really quick. So, I was watching Steve Harvey last night, and because he has some inspirational stuff, and I was watching him, and
like when you say watching him on a show,
like on Cam has some posts on his Facebook and then his YouTube page, and he goes and does like speaking engagements and things like that. First and foremost, his suit game ain't never changed.
Oh, it's never changed.
I ain't never seen nobody wear parachutes for pants. He could jump out of a plane and he would be all right. He just float down. Shout out to my man Steve Harvey, much love. But also, he was talking about a gift, knowing your gift, and you know, using that gift to push towards your dream. And they can't hear me. Turn up. Turn 1, 2, and 3, and 4 up. Just turn them all up. Maybe not all the way, but to keep going. Yep. And then same thing with 2. Yep, and same thing with 3. All right, so let me back up from this a little bit, make sure I don't blast it. Sorry about that, guys. You know, we testing everything out. Hope you can hear it a little better.
This is the Comedy Trap House, so you guys
back up a little bit.
Support us, and we'll get things better. We have a wire hanging down right now.
We do have a full-blown wire hanging down.
Yeah.
Basically.
Steve Harvey was saying?
Steve Harvey was saying that your gifts fuel your dream. And I was just wondering, like, what's the difference between talent and gift? And gift, of course, is, you know, something that was given to you.
Right. And
talent, I feel like, is a special ability or a skill set. And so I was like, what is my gift and what is my talent?
Okay.
And go ahead.
Oh, you was gonna say your gift? Or
I feel like my gift is comedy, being funny. Only because in school I was funny. I didn't take it as a serious thing, but in school I was funny. I was a class clown. Around my family, I made all the jokes, did all the joking. But music is a talent, like making beats and rap, because I feel like I learned that skill set, like that. So it's like it's kind of I
would say honestly, those are both talents. Both of those are talents. But I think your gift is more. Like I feel like my gift is understanding people a little more. Like I've always had a knack for discerning between like who's here for the right reasons and who's not.
Yeah.
My talent might be I guess directing or
Yeah.
you know that is a talent. Your music, your comedy is a talent. Your gift may be you bring joy to people.
I would say your gift, Rome, is brown nosing.
All right,
You're pretty good at that.
let's talk about this.
Just
for a minute.
naturally good at brown nosing, so I would say his gift is brown.
Yeah,
nosing.
let's talk about this for a minute. See what's going on. What you guys don't understand. At the beginning of this week, I told myself I'm starting this week off with positivity.
All right.
And Cam has this thing where he just likes to push buttons. Like, you know, he likes to poke at you and try to get you out of your character. And I think.
But what's the negative about brown nosing? Because usually that's a good thing. You're putting a foot forward.
No. You ain't never heard nobody say. You've never heard nobody say, you know, I'm a brown nose and I love it. You ain't never heard nobody say that.
I mean, I know in school, like you say, you was a class clown. You was also the teacher pet. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Those are the kids that usually succeed in life.
I was never a teacher's pet. First off, I ain't no
I
animal.
don't know about that.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that is one of the funniest thing Cam ever said. I don't know why it's so funny to me.
Yeah.
It's so
See,
funny.
you know, because I'm a humble person, it's taking every bit of bone in my body, you know, to not react. But I'm working on that, you know.
But
what
it's
I'm saying?
nothing to react to, Rome.
Yeah,
It's a positive thing that you a brown
it's not.
noser.
It's not.
Why is it not?
Because I'm not a brown noser. All right.
No, a brown noser is a suck up.
It's-
You
yeah.
know, somebody.
Yeah,
You think we're gonna be sucking up?
Go
But
ahead.
I'm saying usually those are the people that's successful in life. Of course, in grade school, you're not the most popular person. Everyone think, oh, this man, he's telling on people. Probably, oh, he's sucking up to the teacher. But
Right.
usually, those people go on to be the leaders of our world. So it's
I
like,
don't know about that.
you know,
Yeah, I don't.
Rome's he's a leader.
So all the leaders of our world are brown
Brown
nosers.
nose.
No, I'm not saying all. Don't be crazy now. But I'm
Okay.
saying some are, some were.
All right.
I mean, well, you know, it's whatever. I'm not even. I don't even.
We ain't gonna talk about it.
But
I thought it was a compliment, guys.
What he did help me with this morning, because at the beginning of the month I said I wasn't eating bread for 30 days.
Okay.
I ain't had no food this morning. All right. I didn't feel like walking to the grocery store. So as we're walking back from the gym, I was like, because you know there's a sandwich shop. For those who don't know, there's a sandwich shop that we like to stop at and get like little snacks and whatnot from. And they got some bomb little egg and avocado croissant sandwiches. And so
Egg and avocado.
yeah, that sound real good. Had me a little egg and avocado. So we walk and I was like, you know what, man, I'm 16 days in. I'm about to treat myself. I'm about to give me one. And Cam was like, oh, well, are you done with it? Are you just going to do 16 days? I was like, no, I'm probably going to go back. And he was like, no, you can't do it then. And I told him at the beginning of the month, I said, if I try to get something, don't let me.
For the month.
For the month, like 30,
Okay.
I mean, like a
30
day
days.
stretch.
And you thought you were gonna treat yourself. One.
Yeah, I was like, you know, thinking that Cam wasn't gonna be a good friend and just be
Right.
like, oh, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Right.
And so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna give me one. He was like, no, I know you're not. He was like, no, because that ain't gonna make sense. You're just gonna. And I was so angry. I was so angry on the inside. Like, I was so frustrated. But at the same time, he's like my accountability person when it comes. That's why I told him. And I was just so angry. Had I been by myself, I was going to the shop. Like, if I was by myself, I was going.
You need some type of accountability sometimes.
You do. So everybody, if you're out there and you have a certain goal or certain thing you're trying to reach, tell somebody to, you know, help you out, because it helps, because I definitely would have went and had that bread.
And that sandwich was good too.
Yeah, then.
Oh, you ate?
Oh, yeah, no.
I mean,
hold on, no.
I didn't plan to go there. Tell them why we went there.
He didn't plan to go there. I had to go give the lady back some change that I owed her from yesterday, because
Right.
they know what's in there now.
Right.
But anyway, we walking, and so he has a sandwich, and this is where the Cam part comes in.
Okay.
He says, "You want a bite?"
No.
I mean, you
See,
want.
he
no,
lying
he
on
said you
me.
want.
He lying
He
on
said
me.
you want half of this. Okay.
Ain't that a good friend? He said he was hungry.
No, see, there's a difference between a good friend and being a jackass. And you tread that line real good.
Now let me ask you something real quick. Do you feel like you need that accountability with you?
I'm a pretty strong person.
Okay.
With food, I can have very weak moments.
Very weak
Let me
moments.
tell you why I was a good friend.
Okay.
Because he was going in there planning to buy a whole sandwich.
Right.
I was only going to give him half. Good friend. It's a good medium, right?
Listen, I think the best way to get in shape at this point is to go to jail.
You go to jail?
Go to jail.
Well, then I don't
Look
need to
what
be in shape.
the wonders that happened to Gucci, man.
I don't need to go. I don't need to be in shape.
Gucci Man came out and he is a brand new man. I'm talking about he looked like he went vegan for a couple months.
He's either that or just be disciplined. The reason they
No.
get so big
I
is they
think
ain't
it's better to
nothing
go to
do
jail.
with it.
I think it's better to go to jail. I think.
Being disciplined is the hardest part. I mean, granted, that's the thing that's tough.
But
I
he
mean,
has the most heart of anyone I know, though.
Man, listen, I got heart, but food, man,
got heart,
it is a
man.
drug.
Food is dangerous.
That
He be in
shit
there
is
working out. He don't never take a break. He don't never give up. He just keeps going. He's a machine.
Well,
And he does this to himself, saying, this month I'm not eating bread, and he usually does it. Or this month I'm giving up something else, and he does it. So this man got heart. So he a brown noser, but he got heart.
A brown noser with heart.
Yeah, I'm a brown noser with heart. You know, I'm a being with heart. So we going
WH.
with that being said, I think we should move into things that we not gonna talk about.
Let's not talk about it.
And Cam, would you like to kick it off?
So when I was in high school, right before I went to college, I worked at this place in, where was it, Dana Beach? That's where it was, Boomers? Yeah. Worked at a place called Boomers, and I worked in the laser tag room.
Mm-hmm.
And for anyone who hasn't played laser tag, it's one of the funnest games ever. And basically, you have guns and a vest, and you shoot each other with lasers, and whoever has the most kills at the end wins. So the thing I don't want to talk about is the guy who created laser tag just created an app where you can play it on your phone, where you can play with other people, and you can use your phone to shoot and deflect. And then I seen he has a little case that you put your phone in for it to become the laser gun. And you know, I'm not really with the Pokemon Go stuff like that, but this laser tag app,
I'm with it.
I may be on that wave.
I'm with it.
You know, if once I get it, I gotta see how it is. I didn't get it yet, but if it's out, I don't know if it's necessarily out yet, but I can't wait.
And I completely agree with that because I submitted us for the beta testing of it this morning.
Perfect.
Hey.
Because I seen it. I said, this is us all day. I was like, that's easy.
Now hold on. How do you know if somebody got tagged or?
It's like
Well, you can
go
hear
ahead.
it. Like you wear your headphones. The demonstration they were doing, they were shooting on the phone. You can hear the shots, and I guess it's like when you get shot in real laser tag, it's gonna vibrate or something.
Right.
But then he had a case that he put his phone in, closed it, and it looks like the laser tag gun.
Oh wow.
So it may have those accessories that come with it, and I seen them playing in the park. First thing I was thinking about, it's pretty dangerous for black men. Just to be out there running, looking like they ducking.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
know, if you do it in a safe public place, maybe.
That's
you know,
terrible,
help out.
man. We can't even enjoy
A game.
That's how it
a
is.
goddamn game
how it
without
is.
thinking about it being dangerous, dog.
That's why
Wow.
I was like, when I seen it, it immediately put me into skit mode. As soon as I seen it, I was like, oh yeah. 'Cause I thought about tag. You know, I thought about all the stuff that we could do. That's why I submitted us. I was like, maybe, you know, he'll reach out. He reached back to us or go look at our stuff or something like that. But that's a game that I'm definitely with.
You
I'm
sent him the
definitely-
paintball video, I'm pretty sure.
No, I should do
like
that. I should
that.
find his
Do
email,
something like that.
send the paintball
I can
video.
see us playing that in the house. Just turn off all them lights.
Oh, man.
Let's go.
And we need to go play paintball again. I'm a little traumatized still from not being able to see last time.
Oh yeah, go watch our blind paintball game that we did
It was
on
interesting.
our channel. That was fun.
The very first time I played paintball, though, I remember because my homeboy was like, "Oh, it was one of my good close friends is this white guy named Rob," and he was like, "Oh yeah, no, it doesn't hurt. I mean, like, you know, we're gonna be fine. Everything's fine." I'm like 12.
Does he sound like that?
Yeah, he sounds just like this. His voice kind of high. I'm sorry, Rob. If you are listening, having me listen to this, if you sound like a grown man now, I am terribly sorry.
Sorry, man.
But so I get out there and I'm hiding behind this little piece of wood, and I'm like, all right, cool. This is fun. I hear the stuff going, shots is going. I'm like, oh, okay, it can't be that bad. So I put my leg out to get ready to shoot, and I forgot there were people in there that had done this plenty of times before me.
Yeah.
So I put my right leg out, and it was like wide open, and I was aiming to shoot. I did not get a shot off because all I've heard was doop, 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 all the way up my thigh. I turned back around so quick, and streams of like little tears started to run down my face because I was like, it felt like bee stings.
Hold on, how old were you?
I was like 12, 13.
Oh, okay.
And we were playing with the high powered, they got the pump to it. So when it hit me, it felt like a sting, like a bee sting.
You know what's funny about that? People used to always ask me playing football, did I wear a cup? And I said no, because I played for years, never got hit in my nuts, never, not once. But when we do paintball, I'm wearing a cup. I'm not taking that chance. I'm wearing a cup.
Why not take the chance why take the chance in football?
Why not?
No, why? I mean, why? You took the chance. You said you didn't wear the cup, so why?
Well, because I wasn't gonna get hit. I was gonna juke you. So for the most part, I didn't get hit like that, or at least big hits.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I didn't have to worry about it. But paintball ain't no telling. I don't know where you aiming. You may just be shooting while I'm running, just get hit there, and that would be terrible.
Yeah, no.
If it feel like how you say it feel, no.
Well, see, when we played, I don't think it was as powerful when we played Dormtainment, but yeah. So I guess that's what we're not going to talk about. Shout out to him in creating that. I hope we get the beta version so we can test that. Emmanuel?
Things we're not gonna talk about?
Yeah, you said that like you didn't have one.
No, I got two
okay.
actually.
Okay.
Well, we both got in discussion about this the other day, kind of an argument. One being Bob Costa said that Usain Bolt has probably surpassed Bob Marley in popularity, and
In Jamaica.
He just said that. Yeah. And I woke up yesterday and I saw that Charlemagne gave him Donkey of the Day for it, and I completely agree. You can't compare Usain Bolt to Bob Marley. I'm sorry. This guy has been known. I mean, even after he died, he's been known. When did he die? 70s? 80s? Early 80s?
I'm not
It
sure.
was definitely either late 70s or early 80s, for sure.
This man is still one of the most popular men in the world. Still to this day. You know what I'm saying? And because of all the social accomplishments that he's made, bringing people together in Jamaica, as well as around the world, going to Africa, the people that he's touched, you see billboards of this man everywhere. You can't compare Usain Bolt to Bob Marley at this point. That's my personal opinion. Suck it.
I have another one.
I don't mean it. I don't mean that.
I have another one that you brought it up.
Suck it.
Oh shit.
So it was a little Twitter battle. A fan hit me up on my Snapchat talking about Bahamas versus America. And basically they was arguing about the Shawnee Miller and Alex Felixson race.
Yeah.
And some people were upset that they felt like she dove
Uh-huh.
at the end to win. So it was this big debate
Yeah.
that was going on. And that was crazy. I was reading all the comments. And
Well, what did you
people were
think?
mad. Well, honestly, it looked like she was starting to fall, and then she dove.
It looked like she dove to me.
But even if
I didn't see any I didn't see her like.
But look, even if she did dive, it's legal. It's within the rules.
That you can dive at the end
You
of the.
can dive.
Oh, well,
People have done
okay.
it. People have done it this Olympics. People have done it to Allison Felix. Actually,
I didn't know that.
No, it is legal for you to dive. It is legal.
Because at the end of the day,
in the
why,
rule book.
why wouldn't it be legal for you to dive?
It's-
Illegal.
it's-
Why would it be
it's
illegal
for you to dive? And like that's to me like when people say, "Why did she do it?" If it's legal, you want to win. You do anything to win. It's like being in like football. It's like being in football, and you can
Why you laughing,
score,
Ron?
and you can score, and you don't dive when you could have scored. So not diving or dive for that football. Why not?
I'm laughing because I just imagine one dude. That's what he's known for. If he's on the field, he's diving.
Oh yeah.
He's just
It's in the rules.
He's just diving. I could just see a replay over and over of him winning races with him just diving.
You could go to each athletic sport and just do like, a nigga playing golf. He swings and then he just dives for the whole.
He just
Dives for the whole,
dives.
like all us. Do
But I mean,
in life.
if it's in the rules, man, hey, it is what it
She
is.
won fair and square.
If it's in the rules, yeah.
Another thing though, real quick. We had. Did anybody want to go before my second one? Did
No,
you have
yeah,
another?
yeah, I mean, I got to. Go ahead.
We brought this up the other day. All right. This is my version of Today on Science.
Okay.
The other day we were talking about there's this thing called a genetic CRISPR. All right, y'all go look that up on YouTube. It's called genetic CRISPR. This is about to change the goddamn world. All right, because what it can essentially do is scientists can basically change any of your genetic code. So if you have a disease like the AIDS virus, or if you have any type of disease, any type of HIV or cancer or something like this, they can change your genetic code and eliminate that disease. Okay, and then also before a baby's born, or when you decide to have a child, you can actually alter the genetic code of that child before before it's actually created, I guess, to whatever you want. Now, this isn't possible quite yet, but within the next 2 decades, this is going to be very possible. So I'm talking about changing your kid's eye color, to even changing if a kid may have a disease in the womb. You know what I'm saying? You're getting rid of those diseases. But eventually, I believe it's going to get to the point where you could change skin color.
Okay.
And I know a lot of people are thinking, oh no, skin color, people going to be all white or do something stupid. But you can change it. Maybe we're going to have green people walking around. It's not just white, black. Maybe we're going to have purple people walking around.
I ain't gonna lie. It'd probably be some bad chicks and some purple.
Some bad purple
Or some
chicks.
bad Avatar blues.
Man.
They can't be as tall though, because
But you might want a kid that tall. You might want your kid to be
They was like
9'8".
Nah, 9'8".
I don't know. But I'm just saying humans are going to be changing soon. And I want to know what you gentlemen think about doing this type of stuff.
I don't like it.
You don't like it.
I don't like
You don't
it.
like a disease-free world without with.
When we talked about this, I'm with Cam on this.
All right.
When it's to prevent disease and sickness, cool, because that's a form of medicine almost. But when it's to change a person's whole DNA, and that's that like I feel like Cam felt in there. It feels a little like a God complex thing, like they're trying to play God. And it makes me feel weird. I see the benefits, but I also see it being.
But how? But because this is what I'm saying. Like, how do you say that's playing God when also, if you're curing that child, or if you're curing that person of a disease genetically, that's playing God as well. Because if we went back to the 1700s, people could say, "Yo, this child was meant to die because it was God's will." That's the way it is. But with time, medicine changed things, science changed things. So why are we saying one thing just because it has to do with aesthetics over
I agree.
or biology? I
definitely see your point. Oh, go ahead, Ken. I see your
Because
point.
it's a good argument why to free someone of disease, to give them a fair chance at life, honestly.
Right.
But changing their nose or eye color doesn't give them. You don't need that to succeed in life, or you don't need that to have a fair chance in life. But if, say, you have AIDS and you want to cure that baby of that before he's born, I get that. So they can live a normal life like most people. So it's a good argument for that. But just to change the eye color is not really a good argument for me. Like, I feel like that's the blessing God gave you. Let that child be who he wants to be. And when they grow up, if they want to change their eye color, change their eye color. If not, that you changing that baby's features and all that feels like you making a powder puff girl. You putting sugar and spice and everything nice in there. You just making a powder puff girl. You creating your.
It just feels.
I was a fan of Powerpuff Girls and Mojo Jojo.
And Mojo
but
Jojo.
Look, what I'm trying to say is though, if you have, how can I put this? I feel like it's gonna have more positives than negatives. I'll say it like that. And I'm not even saying that I would do this myself as a person. I wouldn't necessarily change the genetic code of my child or whatever. But I agree with allowing people to do it. You know what I'm saying? People should have the right to. I think people should have the right to do it to a certain extent.
Yeah, the reason why I say
to a certain extent.
I agree with you in that, only because free will is a thing. I mean, so I think people should have the free will to do what they want or have a chance. Oh, and I mean, well, we just had to keep it on the wire.
My thing though,
but like you said, it still doesn't. It feels kind of just wrong.
It's going to take the uniqueness of people away, I feel, because a lot of people are going to start following trends. What's the trends of, say you're born in 2016, what's the fashion trends now or the beauty trends now? Every child from this year is going to look like that. Then the next year, it's like they all going to look alike.
Everybody going to be born with a part.
Uniqueness in this world. That's what makes this world cool, that everyone's unique. They look different. They talk different. They think different. And playing that, doing like changing eye colors and features and all that stuff, like that's not.
But let me
cool.
play devil's advocate. Yeah. Why? Why is it so cool to? I mean, why is it so positive to be unique? Like why eventually, maybe in 50,000 years from now, everybody on this planet does look the same. And then what if like, I mean, we always put aliens into a category of they all look like little green men, right? They all look like this. This is so. If there's a planet of nothing but green little men, why can't we all look the same? Why can't Earth be represented? And then we'll get rid of. Think of the positives that come with that. I'm still playing devil's advocate, so don't take this as like we're having a conversation. What I'm saying is this word, but why? I think eventually they'll get rid of racism. Correct?
No, because then they'll just point them to something else that they just like, the big-eyed people or the wide-nosed people or the smaller people.
So if there's always going to be that, then why not change to whatever the hell people want to be? Because you'll have more diverse things. If you have blue people and purple people walking around, it's going to be different. It's going to be more mixed. It's not about black and white. It's just about
I'm all fine with having blue, purple
green
people, but everybody don't need to look the same. Like uniqueness is something that
I don't think people will look the same.
But we're taking the situation that if all people came out just, I don't know, light skin, curly hair, blue eyes, everybody, men, women, everybody.
Yeah.
It's just something that doesn't feel like a world that God created. That doesn't feel like you have.
That's Hitler's world. That's what he wanted.
There's no depth. There's no. I feel like as humans, we're born with innate abilities to do certain things and be certain people and create certain things. If everybody looks the same and it's kind of the same, there won't be any creativity. All of it sounds bad. But that's the extreme case.
And to keep it extreme, it almost feels like when it's a dictator. Like when the whole country has to listen to this one person, they can't think. He says no to this, so no one can do it. They can't have internet access. Like almost how what Fidel Castro did in Cuba. They still like in the 50s and 60s, right?
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. It'll feel like that to me in the physical form. But everyone just looks the same. It'll be like equilibrium. Everyone thinks the same. It'll be terrible.
I don't think so. I mean, I think you're never gonna have. I mean, I was just making playing devil's advocate just a second ago, but I do think we'll always be somewhat different. We'll always want uniqueness in this world. Yeah. And I think actually giving a chance for people to change what they like, for instance, going bald. Some people consider that a disease, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's a disease to lose your hair or something like that. I don't give a damn either way, but a lot of people would want to cure that and would want to do that for their children. But you could say that, well, God made that baby. Don't touch his DNA. That's how his hair is going to be, and he got to live life like that. But a person who might be the father, or if you're a bald mother or whatever, might say, no, I don't want my child to go bald. Yeah. I don't want my.
That's why I say I agree with you to certain extents. I definitely agree with you. It's a interesting thing. I know with the way the world is, the way people are. I think what me and Cam are saying, that some people would take it to the extreme. In the case of you talking about being bald, certain thing, okay, all right, it is what it is. But
people already trying to look like Kim Kardashian.
And that's my thing. That's exactly my point. Like, okay, the trend right now, beauty trend, have a big butt. So most women like, give my daughter a big butt, give my daughter a big butt. So now everyone's gonna have big butts, and it's gonna be like.
But not everyone's gonna have. That's a lie. Like the little bit of people we see on Instagram or whatever have big butts. That is probably a percentage of this whole world.
But think about the percentage that wants that body.
That can have that body. Percentage of this world. We forget
that can have that body.
But there's always an opposite to something. Okay, if whatchamacallit becomes, if a bad bitch if the bad bitch look becomes trendy, the opposite is the natural girls are gonna come out and be like, we don't want the fake hair, we don't want all this. There's gonna be there's always opposites.
Yeah,
if you have dudes that are always wearing fitteds and all this stuff, you're gonna have a collection of dudes that wear suits all the time. You know what I'm saying?
You know
There's
what?
always
And make a point against that. That's a valid point. Now look, what happens if someone's natural personality is to be like the natural girl, but her mother picked for her to be the big booty girl? Now what she do? Like, now she's stereotyped to have this body that she don't necessarily want, and because she wants to be natural. That's who she naturally was.
What you mean?
But
Are you talking about like surgery, or are you talking about
What are you saying?
No,
changing the genetics to having a
changing
big
the
booty?
genetics.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, that's like, I could say the reverse. If she didn't give her that big booty, she'd come out. What if I wanted a big booty? Like, I have no.
But
booty.
no, but she was like, hey, this is the way God made you.
No, but
so now you have the free will.
Yeah,
now
he's
that
saying
you've
you got the free
grown to
will
do what
now.
you want with your body. But I'm saying give her that chance to make
But I
that
feel
decision.
like-
Don't make it for her before she comes out the womb.
I see what he's saying.
That's not fair.
On that point.
Let her become who she becomes. If she wants to become the bad bitch on Instagram,
That's her
so
choice,
be it.
yeah.
That's fine with me. Whatever you want to do. But I'm saying don't make that decision for her. Let her make that decision.
It's almost like when somebody put us
free will.
I agree. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I think a part of me believes that people should have that option. People should have that option to. It's like, if that's your child, yes, I think. Man, it's a tough conversation.
It is.
I ain't gonna lie.
It is. No, it's interesting.
But also think about a lot of the things that you disagree with your parents on that they probably would have put into you, possibly with that new technology or whatever it is, a new science. It's a lot of things that people disagree with their parents and their values or the way to look, and that things they could have forced upon you through that process, which wouldn't be cool.
Maybe that's
that
why.
free will
But
again.
I'm saying there's a lot of things kids don't make. Kids don't make the decision where they're gonna grow up.
True, yeah,
They
yeah,
don't make
yeah.
the decision what
Very
school
true.
they're gonna go to. They don't make the decision whether their parents are gonna get a divorce or not.
Mm-hmm.
They don't make the decision. They don't make a decision about their appearance.
But
either.
they make a
don't
decision who they will become, and that's what I'm trying to protect.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, because of who they're born as, because if their parents chose who they're going to be born as, doesn't mean they still can't change who they will become. You see what I'm saying? Like,
But
it
that's just
still
a waste
doesn't
of-
change.
I mean, that's true, but it's still.
It's just you
let,
might just-
let it naturally be. Let it naturally
if
take its course.
If your parents feel like this is going to give my child a better chance to
Yeah.
succeed, whether it be a bigger brain or smarter, or I'm super smart now, or I want my son to be tall because I was an athlete. I want my son to be tall and strong, big calves so he can dunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, this will give him a better chance to survive and be happy in this world. Then so be it. And then that's how your son is born. Like, that's how.
Well, see, the stuff like that, I feel like it'll take the notch will have to drop or go up because everyone's gonna say, "Make my child as smart as it could be." So then everyone's gonna be as smart as it could be. Then it's gonna have to be.
And then the
another
world is
smart-
gonna be so much better, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We know it's bad right now and it's good. I mean, it's bad, and so I don't think it's gonna be. I don't know. I think
It's
it'll be
interesting.
better, honestly.
But what I was gonna say is, like, if my parents had that, I would have hoped that they gave me a man butt because I ain't really got no butt.
Come on, man.
So I would take that.
Rome, this
as
is the
a-
last time on
as
the
a-
Comedy Trap House we're gonna talk about man butt.
I'm just saying because like I want to know what it feels like to have a nice man butt. You know what I'm saying?
This is the
Like,
last time we're gonna talk about man butt, bro.
But
I
now that
promise
you're
you right
older
now.
and you
Yeah.
know who you want to
I
become,
can
go get your man butt if that's what you want.
If I came in the house,
Oh my god.
If you want your man butt, go get your man
if I
butt.
came in the house with ass injections,
Yeah.
would you judge me?
Absolutely.
You would judge.
Absolutely.
So
I'm gonna be like, what the hell's wrong with this nigga?
But so you would be like, what's wrong with me for getting ass injection? Like a little bit. I just want.
But you
What
wouldn't
is wrong
blame
with
you
this
wouldn't
man?
blame the parents for giving them the ass injections in the womb.
But it's not ass injection. Dude, let me ask you this. Do you feel your life would have been better if you had...
If I had an ass.
Possibly, he would have looked
If
better
you
in
had
certain pants.
a
He would look
man
better when he
ass.
tuck his shirt in.
Think about it.
Possibly.
I don't know.
know.
Because I could have been wearing some nice Wranglers one day, right? and some casting agent could have seen me. He could be like, "Yo, your man butt look nice in your jeans."
I'm getting tired already of this man butt.
My mutt. He was looking at my mutt in my jeans, and I could have had a deal. But now, because I ain't got no ass, I barely can wear basketball shorts.
So, do you want to genetically change your child's code to having a man butt?
No,
Why not?
because
Do you feel it will better his life if he had?
he can have that choice.
But he can have the choice to take it out.
I just don't want a perfect world. I like the uniqueness in our flaws.
Man,
But
I think that's the way of thinking right now. In the way, but
It could change.
in the future. I try to think a little bit as a futurist, and I just think we should strive for a perfect world eventually.
But I just don't.
I think we should strive
know.
because I mean, when we go beyond the big thing is space, man. Get interested in space.
Yo, now that
Get interested in space because when you look at space, we were talking about traveling the other day, right?
Yeah.
We have a little globe in our house and we're looking at it and just different places everybody wants to go to.
it's nothing.
Where we are right now, if you're just in you are in a bubble. A lot of you people out here right now are in a bubble.
A bubble.
Of your little community, of what you think goes on, where you go to work at, where you go to school at. You're just in this bubble of knowledge of people that you come across. You don't understand that the world is so much bigger. So much bigger. There's so many different places with different cultures and different ways of thinking and different people. And there are a lot of worse places and there are a lot of better places. But at the end of the day, you have to. So as humanity grows, though, we're gonna be looking for Right now, they said that there's a high, especially with millennials, there's a high rate of increase of wanting to travel. Okay, we don't want to own things as much as our older brothers or our parents.
We want to own our own businesses.
We want to own our own business.
Yeah.
We want to be in control. But we
Control,
want to be
yeah.
a control
Yeah.
up. But we don't necessarily care that much about owning a car or buying a house off top.
I don't know about that. I'll take a car right about now.
Yeah, but a lot of people want to choose to travel over that because more people are interested in the rest of the world now more than ever.
As they should be, yeah.
In the next 50 years, when that's just a regular thing, the next question is, what's beyond this world?
That's my
We've hit a
question now.
wall. Once you hit a wall, people want to know what's beyond that wall. So when we start going to Mars, what's after Mars? We're going to start going to other So it's like, we have to unite eventually as a world because we're going to find out we just a little blue dot.
They should know that now.
We a little blue dot.
I spent 2 hours a couple of days ago just watching space shit and just like to know that a million Earths,
Earthises.
or like Young Joe said, Earthises. Earthises.
I don't know what that
can
was.
fit. A million can fit inside the sun, and the sun is small compared to some of these stars. Like, come on, man. Like that, it makes my head hurt. And to think about how on one planet, 1 hour could be 7 years here, because time
That's
is
some
only on
wild
Earth.
stuff.
Time isn't out. There's no time outside of Earth. Like, and it's just. It blows.
It could be like that here too. We just may have our time wrong.
And that's another. Who's?
And that's what I'm saying.
That's why I know it's UFOs out
what's
there.
made
Something
this
out there.
What's made us so unique? Even you look on the internet, we are unique because we're different. We all are different.
You could be 100 years old.
I could be 100 years old.
He kind of looking.
And that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. The beard. You could be 150 years old.
Well, I'm a sexy ass 150-year older.
Well,
Older?
a year older. Well, I guess that's things we're not gonna talk about for your sake.
Yeah. I'm done about things
Yeah.
we're not gonna talk about.
And so mine. So I had a conversation with a young lady a couple days ago, and she was like, "I don't like sex for too long." And I said, "What do you mean?" And she was like, "Some dude told me he would go an hour and a half with me." So I started thinking, what is too long? When is too long? Do you get tired of it? And I thought to myself, yeah. Yeah. I'm not even gonna, like, give me a strong 15, 20. If I'm really in the mood.
15-20 is a great session.
That's a great session,
That's
especially if we have a 10-minute foreplay, or even, foreplay could be long. But just like when I think about really Stroking for an hour? Nah, man. I work out, but damn. Nah.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good. And I feel like after a while, you get sleepy.
I feel like it's something wrong with him if he lasts an hour and a half. Like,
Or wrong with her.
Yeah, well,
It could be both.
or that.
It's just like, because after a while, don't that hurt? Like, ain't you just...
I mean, it's all about you know, like how, you know, the strokes that you're putting in. Is it, how fast is it? You know,
Because I've sweated more in some sessions than I have the others, and I'm like, wow, I'm tired. Like one time I thought I was having a heart attack. One time I thought I was having a little heart attack because I stopped and my heart was having palpitations. I said, whoa, hold on now. Hold on, what's going on now?
and that was only 3 minutes in.
And that was at least 5, at least. But I was just like,
How did she look at you?
when I thought I was having a heart attack?
Yeah.
No, because what happened was, the thing is, you know, I know women probably know the feeling, but all men know. Like when you bust a nut sometimes,
Oh my God!
it just bust a nut, come, shoot,
Oh come on!
pop, what spray,
I hope you're not spraying, bro.
explode. It drains you. It goes from here to the top of your head down to your feet. It just drains you.
Let me tell you, that's sleep right after that, boy.
And of course, like, and when you study in science, like it makes everything speed up. It sends your blood pressure up
Right.
because it's so. In that moment, I didn't know what was going on. I was like, whew, whew. And she was like, "You all right?" I was like, "Man, listen, I don't know what just happened." But I just thought about it. I was like, yeah, I think an hour is too long. I mean, YouTube, you can tell me if it's too long for you, but I just think
How long did she say she like?
a good, like, she said a good 30. Mind you, I haven't had sex with this girl. This was a friend. We were just talking, and she said 30 is good for her. I said, you know what? 30 is it's a sweet spot, but my sweet spot, 15, 20. Give me 15, 20. You know, I'm
I
getting.
mean, I think honestly, for any and every man,
any and every man. Talk about it.
the faster the better. Am I wrong? Like, not naturally. Like, if you're in love with in love with your woman or whatever, you want to please her.
Yeah.
And maybe whatever woman you're with,
Yeah.
hopefully, you kind of want to please that woman.
Yeah.
Because you represent it for the team.
For the team.
But at the same time, naturally, you just want to get one off, right? Am I wrong by that? You just kind of just want to.
In most cases, but sometimes you want to impress.
You're not wrong. I've had times where I might have I was like, a girl might ask me, we gonna do so, or we might talk about it or whatever.
Right.
And in that moment, in my selfish ways, I'm like, man, tonight is gonna be for self. I worked hard this week. Tonight's gonna be for self.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's like that every time, but sometimes I just want to go in.
Do you tell her beforehand?
Have I told you?
Like, this is gonna be for self tonight.
I've told somebody that. I've told somebody that.
I did too.
I'm not
That's
gonna lie.
someone you don't care about.
No. Listen,
That's not true.
I was like, listen, I've had a long day.
Right.
I've had a long week.
Right.
I'm kind of tired, but I also want to please you.
Right.
But I'm not gonna lie. Once this first one goes off, I'm punching in my card. I'm out of
Hey,
I'm
man,
out of work.
I feel like as
out
a
of work.
man, this is going back to a cultural thing, but as a man,
Yeah.
you have to kind of be the pleaser, right? To a certain
Yeah,
extent in
yeah,
that
yeah.
bedroom.
Yeah.
You put in the work,
Yeah,
right? You're
yeah.
gonna sweat. You're pumping a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah.
So I feel like some days I have a right to kind of be like, hey, baby, tonight is all me. It's all me.
Tonight,
I need you to go ahead and I'm gonna lie back and just get this off real quick.
Yeah.
And I'll go to sleep after.
This is gonna be funny.
quickies.
You're gonna laugh.
in.
One time, this girl said to me, because I had one of them sessions where, if you ain't had sex in a long time, for those who don't know, it can be quick for me. If you go in there and it's right and it's good, it might be a 5-minute session for you.
Oh my God.
It might be.
Yeah, you're right.
It might be. It might be one of them cases. Now, I'm not saying you can't go another round, but I don't like what she asked me when I came a little early. She said, "What's wrong with you?" I said,
Oh,
Nah, wait. It depends how she asked, because you could have had a look tired.
No.
beforehand. You
She didn't
coulda
ask
looked
me as in,
stressed. Are you okay? Is
She didn't
something
ask me
going
as
on
in
your life?
She didn't ask me as in concern. She was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I said, "What's wrong with me?" I said, I nutted. Like, there's no nigga just came quick. Maybe you got good vagina. I don't know. It just happened.
the women don't like that, man. If you
don't
don't,
like-
you gotta. It's better to let them know. In my opinion. Listen, this is gonna be for self tonight.
Listen,
Now,
But-
was this the first time with this girl? Did y'all have a session before?
We've had a session before.
If she's expecting to get hers off, you know what I'm saying, and you don't, that's not a good. I had one time I was. I'm gonna be honest with you right now.
All right.
YouTube.
Yeah.
This is the Comedy Trap House exclusive. So.
Yeah.
I was with someone. It was a girl of mine
Yeah.
at the time, and it was her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I did everything that a man's supposed to, at least leading up to the sex part.
You shaved?
All that good stuff. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? But I'm talking about
all that good stuff.
I'm talking about, you know, went out to eat.
Yeah,
You know, I set up the place up nicely, all that good stuff. When it came to that night,
Yeah.
I you know, finished off a little quick.
A little quick. Yeah, a little quicker than
Because it
usual.
was good, you know. And all she did was look up to me and said, "Oh wow, happy birthday to you." Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I felt so bad.
Whoa.
She hit me in the gut with that one, boy. She said,
Whoa.
"Wow, happy birthday to you." I was like,
Whoa.
"Damn." I said, "Give me 10 minutes."
Yo. That's all you need. That's
Give
all
me
you
10
need.
minutes. I took a break for a good 10 minutes. I came back and I wrecked that thing. You better understand me.
Which camera I got to look at? This one right here, the middle one? Okay, listen. Ladies, if he come early, it's okay. It's okay. Don't jump to conclusion. Give him 10. Give
10
the
Maybe 15.
But let him know though, because
him know.
if you want it, because he'll go to sleep.
Yeah,
But-
if you want, let him know. Give him 10. Hey man, he in that thing strong, man. Give him 10. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, so
That's one of the best responses ever, though.
Yeah, no,
honestly. we gotta put that in a movie or a
Man,
script.
Yeah.
it was an embarrassing moment.
you
But I
gotta-
came back and I
Yeah.
brought her home. So you know,
people have to understand. Well, you know, some women have to understand that hurts. Like it cuts. It cuts.
it cuts deep.
It cuts because you don't want to be that guy. Like you don't want to be the group message conversation, because that's what I'm afraid of.
Right.
I'm afraid of being the group message conversation.
Yeah.
Girl, let me tell you what.
But
happened.
you should warn her if it's been a while. You be like,
Listen,
hey,
let me get
this
one.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it, but I'm gonna come back.
I'm coming back.
10, 15.
10, 15.
Nah, man, I don't know about that. You better beat off or something before you
Yep.
go in there. You don't want to be
Or
that guy.
that, or
either.
that.
That's another thing. Like if I, you know, the thing is, if I know it's gonna be one of them nights, it's like, all right, let me go ahead and get one off.
Right.
But if not, you have certain techniques. You know, you have to go in there. If you feel yourself about to go, you got, you know, hey, listen, you got to move. You got to back up for a second.
You know what I like to think of
gotta-
sometimes when you in the zone? Think of banana.
Banana.
Just say it in your head over and over.
Banana.
Banana. You're going to stop. You're going to be more in the
is life
zone
advice.
than you ever been before in your life.
Think of banana, because if you don't,
Or any random fruit that you particularly
and it's a difference. It is the difference. With condoms, you may be all right. If you raw dogging, you better think of banana, buddy, because that's a whole nother situation.
Can we move on from the sex? All right. I
Yeah,
think
we can. No, we can. But we grown.
But if you raw dogging that, for the most part,
Yeah.
y'all had sessions before,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
she
of
should
course,
know
of
what-
course, of
your
course.
work, your
Of course.
your resume by that time.
your resume.
And so that was one of the things I was going to talk about. The
Okay.
other thing, real quick, is Justin Bieber deleted his Instagram.
What
I
happened to him now?
I didn't double check to see if that. Let me double check real quick. But
All the believers are mad, I think, at his new girlfriend.
new
That
girlfriend.
was the short description on the trending thing on Facebook.
He asked them to, you know, please relax on the social media stuff, and then he was like, "All right, I'm out of here." Let me see.
Let me tell you some wise words
Yeah.
that I got recently from Lil Scrappy.
Yeah, no, he's not on there.
Lil Scrappy said,
Yeah.
fans, and listen, I hate to preface myself with this, but Dormtainment fans, you know I love you and appreciate y'all. But fans they don't love you.
Mm-hmm.
Fans don't love you.
Mm-hmm.
Fans will go away at any blink of an eye.
True.
If fans don't like something, fans don't love you. Lil Scrappy, the wise words of Lil Scrappy.
My man.
He said when he was hot though,
Yeah.
he really started to believe, and I believe a lot of artists and people feel this who get some popularity, that people love me. He
Yeah.
said he would go anywhere, Scrappy, what's going on? After a while, one thing went bad for him, they start talking bad about him.
Yeah, of course.
Or I think he got knocked out in a club one time, and it was all over, and everybody was like, good, he got knocked out, kind of happy about it.
Yeah.
He said fans don't actually love you. They love your work.
They love your work.
And they should love your work. And that's what you should put your money and your faith into, your work.
Mm-hmm.
Get better at your craft. Because fans, they could love you one minute and hate you the next. And that's why some people take a lot of time to show fans love and do. A lot of people in this group do that.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm not that much of a guy. I like to say, I think honestly, if somebody said, hey, Dormtainment, oh man, you from Dormtainment, what's up? You know, me smiling and say, hey, what's up? I appreciate you, deuces, should be good enough. I don't have to, especially if I'm in a private moment with somebody.
Yeah, you're not obligated to do anything.
I shouldn't be obligated to, I have to take this picture right now, or I have to do this right now. What I'm doing for you is putting my life into this work, into being a comedian, into doing this on the internet for y'all, into doing it to the best of my abilities.
There's moments. There's
So
moments where you feel like it, and moments where you don't. And Justin Bieber probably he's at a different type of level.
And he's at a completely different type of level.
and he
But
gets
for the fans to get mad at him having a different girlfriend, come on, man.
It's a lot,
Come on,
you know.
man.
And I guess some of them felt like he cheated on Celine. All that little kid stuff. But it's just like, yo, this man.
They worried about his personal life and not about his work.
Not
Just worry
his
about the work.
Let that
Just worry
man
about
live.
the
Justin,
work.
hey man, come holler. It's gonna be on the podcast.
But honestly,
Yeah.
I feel like maybe he hit up IG. Hey, if I delete this right now, deactivate, I can get it back, right?
Probably he might have.
Oh,
They be like, yeah. He like, all right.
All right, cool, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause he
And
ain't gonna
sometimes you need that. He might come back a better person. He might get a new perspective on life. Sometimes you need that.
True that.
So I want to wrap up this session by reading a couple of emails real quick. We got I'm not going to read that one because the subject line is "Did I squirt or pee?" We'll save that one for another day.
You peed, by the way.
This is interesting. This young lady said she's having a bit of trouble. Her and her boyfriend have been together for 7 months, and she cares for him a lot, but he isn't funny. So
Why we get hit up with all the relationship advice?
But this is a little different because he said he isn't funny.
Oh, okay.
She stayed with him this long because he takes care of her, makes her feel wanted, and has a lot of things going for him. Every now and then he tries to make jokes, but she don't get them. And she really wants to be with him, but she don't know how to tell him because she cares for him a lot that he's not funny.
It's two cases here. Either he is funny and she don't have a sense of humor.
Okay. That's true. I mean, that's
I like how
Or-
you stuck up for the man immediately.
I'm just saying, possibly. I'm saying it's a possibility.
All right.
And two, that is kind of a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Because every woman, for the most part, every single one thing they're going to say they want in a guy is a guy who makes them laugh.
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone wants to have a good time. Everyone wants to smile. Everyone
be
wants to
happy.
laugh for the most part. There are some serious people, but that's a big issue because I hear every woman say that when they describe a man. They always say, yeah, I want someone that's charming or take care of me and someone that's going to make me laugh. I just watched the thing, the 73 Questions Vogue does,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Right.
I always watch them. It had Kendall on there. They asked her what you want.
Kendall Jenner?
What you want in a man. Someone who's caring, someone who makes me laugh. It's always that. So for her not to be laughing, that may be a big issue. This is probably one of the biggest issues we got in an email. honestly.
But another big issue on top of it, did she say that's his career?
No.
No, it's not. He's not a comedian.
No,
No.
but she
She just don't find him funny.
The thing is, I'm trying to figure out why this person would send this email talking about Chaz. I mean, I get he's not funny.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Chaz.
But it's
We
like-
understand.
Like, my bad, Chaz. I thought this was because he been not funny. Nah, I'm messing with you. But yeah, that's tough. Because if you love him, that's tough. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of a loss because
Leave him. Just leave him. Just leave him. Listen. You hit us with this relationship advice. I'm just gonna keep it funky. Just leave him. Because if you don't respect that man, because that's partly has to do with respect. Also, if you just don't think your man's funny, if I don't think, and I'm just gonna look at you, you're just gonna look at him blank face the whole time.
Yeah, you might not even be there.
It's not worth your time, and you're not worth his time because he's trying to make you laugh, and you're not.
And you're not happy, I guess, because if you even
it sounds like you're not happy.
But to play devil's advocate on this one though. It's always going to be something that you don't get that you want. She say he does everything else. He takes care of her. She loves him for
selfish.
everything else.
Nah, man.
But it's that one thing. So you got to sacrifice not having a funny man if that's what you want. Just go watch funny stuff. Watch our videos. We'll make you laugh and then have everything else with your man. Or if not, is what Manuel say. If you can't get over that, if you need that one thing, then you got to go.
There you go.
This one is about, this is from Brian. This is about us.
Right.
You know, he wanted to talk a little bit about Dormtainment. I was like, well, I like talking about it. I like talking about us. He was wondering.
Because you arrogant.
He said, which member was the most reluctant to buy into the idea of DT? That's his first question. And I mean, off bat, I was like, I don't think nobody. Was anybody reluctant?
Nah. Into the idea of Dormtainment? Nah.
I don't think so.
Maybe the name. We were going
name.
back and forth a little bit with the name. Cam hit it on the head with that one with Dormtainment. I liked it. But, you know.
Reluctant? Nah, because
not an idea.
I feel like when you have a passion or something for something, or if you have
hunger.
Yeah, hunger to start a business. You kind of
people don't know. A lot of people don't know. We tried like a couple other businesses before this that didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? It was just a trial and error thing. We were young and trying different things.
Yeah. And the second part of this question is, what were some of the key milestones in Dormtainment's transition from something fun to something that we've dedicated our careers to? And
I would say our first live show at Georgia State University was a big milestone for us. Just because I think like that kind of catapulted us more into doing live stuff, like more live shows and touching the people as comedians rather than just hosting or something like that.
The reason why this is an interesting second part of the question because it said transition from something fun to something that we dedicate our careers to, but it's always been fun. It's still fun to this day.
It is fun.
So it's kind of like, I feel like.
But I mean, I think he means something that's just fun.
Okay, yeah.
Then becoming more.
Or even making money, because we didn't start making money until 2-3 years later. And that still wasn't even that big of money.
Yeah, because how we started on Facebook was fun.
Yeah,
we were doing
fun.
that just for fun.
Yeah.
Then we made it a business. So that's basically what he's saying.
Okay, well, yeah,
but
that
the
makes
move to
sense.
California was a big milestone.
Yeah, that's true, because we could. Go ahead.
Oh, the first DSLR we got was a big milestone.
Yeah.
Because we was on a handy cam before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we got a DSLR. That was like, whoa.
Yeah.
The quality at that moment in time was like, man.
Yeah, that makes sense because, moving to California is just big in itself because you don't know what people don't.
First time we started talking with networks too. Comedy Central. First time they hit us up, I think was big.
When we added Rome to the group.
Yeah.
That was one too.
Yeah.
That was trash.
Yeah.
Biggest mistake of our career. I agree with you, man. Yeah. Thanks, Chaz.
You said biggest mistake.
Huh?
You said what? Yeah. That's. Chad, when I get done, let's talk.
I said Rome is big and he eats steak.
You need one brown noser in the group.
He was a pivotal part.
Now I see what's going on. Now I see what the fuck's going on here. All right. So that's the answer. And also, you can email thedtpodcast@gmail.com. It's still the same email because we ain't got time to be switching emails right now. But when we figure it out, we'll get it.
Or you can text us your questions.
You know what?
310-974-8980. We're going to start taking them
Say
from
that
there
again,
now.
Cam, please.
310-974-8980. Lock you in. Lock your information in when you hit us up, and then we'll be hitting you up.
Call us. Hit us up.
I talk to people all the time on there.
That's a beautiful thing. And if you go look at our mentions and stuff, you can see people who've talked to us. You can see they've screenshotted their conversation. So it's a real thing. And also, for those who are trying to get around and, do y'all thing, go ahead and add this Uber code to your life. Pretty much it is. Oh, whoops. I didn't find it. Here it is. It is JR113. That is Uber code JR113. Go ahead and get you
We need a Dormtainment Uber code.
go ahead and get you the $20. I mean, well, all you gotta do is ask me. You know what I'm saying? We can ride out. You know what I'm saying? Whenever y'all ready. Go ahead and get your $20
all
off.
used up.
JR113. And no positivity. Jesus be positivity. All right. So let me make sure. Let me see what other questions we have real quick.
One more for the road.
Let's see.
I just want while Rome's look.
This is a good one. Oh, go ahead. Oh, you have
No,
something?
go ahead.
This is a good one. He said, this guy's name is Andy. He's been a Dormtainment fan since he was in 7th grade. He's now a sophomore in college.
Jeez.
He was introduced to us one night, and basically he was too young to understand some of the jokes, but now, he gets it now. But here's the thing. He said, the reason for me emailing y'all is to give you a unique perspective and hopefully strike up a conversation. He said his best friend from middle school was half black, and he's a white guy. And he's a white guy in college. He considers himself a huge fan of Dormtainment. Now, he doesn't know the exact dynamic of our fan base, but he's assuming that it's, African American. And he's always grown up believing that you judge a person by the character, not the color. And he said, and the proof is in guys like us. He said, with all the current turmoil in the world and blatant racism displayed, especially at the expense of Black Lives Matter movement, he said he felt like a special motivation to email us because he's a white guy and he just, and he doesn't look at our color. He says, basically, what he said,
Oh. Yeah.
Where is it?
Da.
I'm trying to figure out exactly where the question is. I think he's just more. Because I seen it and then I didn't see it. Shut up. Basically, he said, "How do we open up to the fans outside of our you know what I'm saying? Seeing that he's a white guy and he just wants to know that, do we think about that before we do a skit?
No.
Do we think about who we're going to appeal to with certain
To some extent.
to a certain extent? Yeah.
To a certain extent.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
because listen, like if you're making any type of commercial art, you got to understand that it's not just for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can make comedy just for us, but and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be good too. But you got to understand, like when people make movies, right? A director can't just make that movie for himself. Okay, he can make this masterful piece of art, but if people that are watching Batman don't want to see that, then they don't want to see that. You got to take that into account. So when we're making our comedy, we do think about y'all. We think about what are they thinking about? What are y'all watching right now? What are y'all looking at? Based on our audience and all that other stuff. For the most part, I would say it's probably more like 80, 30?
80, 30.
80, 20.
What type
80,
of
20. It
110?
might be like 80, 20 or something like that, that the amount that we think, that we're thinking outside of our personal taste. Or it could go all the way down to 50-50. So it just depends, you know what I'm saying?
But I think we just want to make great content. We want to make groundbreaking content. We want to do unique things, and we just want to have a voice that isn't like in everybody else's. So whoever that falls into, whether it's black, white, Asian, whatever, if it's funny to you, it's funny to you. When I watch Louis C.K. or somebody like that, I'm not thinking about this being a white guy. His jokes are good. Like, he has good jokes. Of course, he'll throw in his racial jokes, and then you're like, oh, well, now I see. But if I was just...
But even that, his jokes are so well done that it's like, that kind of goes over your head. You appreciate the art over the, the one word or the curse. It's like being offended before somebody that's cursing. Like, it's like being offended at a activist who is trying to help our community for saying he's sick of this shit.
Yeah.
He didn't have to say shit up there. If you don't listen to what he's actually saying, you know what I'm saying?
Like when I watch a movie, I don't want to necessarily, or when I make a movie, I don't want to necessarily be like, all right, this is a black movie. I don't want to have to do, I want to be like, this is a funny movie. This is a funny film.
I think that's where everybody kind of wants to be.
And whoever it reaches, then that's who it reaches. Of course, it may reach the black audience for, but
I think it'll get there once we start making better quality
Yeah,
films.
yeah.
So the more better quality films we make, it'll just start being, okay, this is a funny movie.
It's a funny
It's a
movie.
black movie right now because you don't see that many black movies. So when you see one, you're like, okay, this is a black movie.
Right.
But once we get the more opportunities or just make better quality films, they'll
How lo-
start saying that.
How long do you think it'll be like that for everybody though? Because I think the only ones we don't categorize are white people. You don't say this is a
Yeah,
white
you don't
movie,
say this
do
is a
you?
white movie, yeah.
But if you saw a movie with all Asian people in it, you'd be like, this is an Asian movie. Or this is an Indian movie.
Or
Or
this
this
is
is
a
a-
martial arts movie.
Martial art,
Yeah,
yeah.
Or this is
that- you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, so I think white people are the only ones that
Bollywood
aren't
movie.
categorized because
Yeah.
you know this is a
So
what is it? 73% white in this country?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
something?
What I
Something like
want to say about Andrew, though, a lot of people say they're big fans, but now we have a way to actually see if they are. So I looked them up in our contacts,
Yeah.
and I see Andy's name in
Yo,
there.
shout out Andy.
So I'm gonna send you a message,
Hey,
Andy.
Andy.
Shout out
Saying that
Andy.
we read your email.
Hey, see, there you
Listen
go,
to
Andy.
it and let's talk.
It's for you, man.
So-
And tell
so-
your school to bring us out so we
Lock
can
us
perform.
in.
Yeah.
That's how we talk to y'all. It's easy this way.
Talk. And everybody
What's that
listen.
number again, Cam?
310
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
974
Yeah.
8980.
Yeah. And listen, the fall has come back up. I know school's back in. If you want to see Dormtainment live, hit us up, business@dormtainment.com. And speaking on live note, we will be in North Carolina next week, next Thursday.
What
is
school specifically?
At UNC Charlotte again, back at UNC Charlotte. Shout out to North Carolina, man.
Last time we had a show at UNC Charlotte, I ain't gonna lie, that was pretty turned.
It was beautiful.
It was turned up, man.
And that's my home state. So
through.
shout out to North Carolina and
Let me say this too.
Yeah.
Anyone coming to that show, hey, bring the pescatarians of the group of fish sandwich.
yeah, for
I
sure.
want to try a good fish sandwich while I'm in Charlotte. Bring
Bring-
one
yeah.
to the show.
Bring one
I'm
to
for
fish
real. I'm
sandwich.
for real too. Bring it.
Bring a fish. You bring us a fish sandwich. We'll be grateful.
Would you really eat a fish sandwich that somebody just brought you?
I'm not gonna
I don't
lie.
know.
If somebody just comes
I
up
don't
to you,
know.
hey guys, I heard the podcast. Here's a fish sandwich, and it's just wrapped in like
I just want
foil.
to see it.
Well, I wanna see it. Yeah,
If it's from a restaurant, you
I wanna
never
see
know. If it's just homemade, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
we'll,
the gesture that counts.
Yes.
I may not be hungry when you give it to me.
we'll be switching up the show a little bit.
I could be at a restaurant and you come up to me. I heard the podcast. I bought you this. Hey.
Y'all just come with suggestions of where the best places to eat the fish sandwiches at, and maybe
those who came to the show last
Don't bring
time.
a manual fish sandwich.
Those who
Don't.
came to the show last time, please come back, tell your friends. We'll be doing a few different things, but it'll be fun. You know what I'm saying? It'll be fun. We'll have fun. So we'll be there next week. And I think that's about it for today's episode of the Comedy Trap House. I think we went pretty long on this one.
yeah.
Um,
It's our first time getting to it.
Yeah.
This is our first time doing the Comedy Trap House like this, live streaming it.
Yeah.
I promise you guys, we're gonna get better and better. We're gonna actually put stuff on these walls.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
your help, and we would love to get some of your artwork, some of your fan letters,
And I
all
have
that
a-
good stuff to post to put on the background to make this look more like a cool ass space.
I have
We
a-
built this from scratch. All this, y'all, trying to put our creativity in our hands to work. And and just to show y'all, we can do anything.
I have a
You
quick
can do
question too. I just want some opinions, whether it be on here on YouTube or tweet us. What do you guys think is the best time for our live stream? Because I want to get the most out of it. So is this 10 a.m. good? Is this, because it's 10 right here on the West Coast, it's 1 on the East. It's what, 8 on the, I'm not sure. But anywho, just let us know what times are. I mean, not saying we'll immediately jump to it, but I just kind of want to see people's opinions on, do they like it more at nighttime
Yeah.
or I just
I think it's advantages to both. Like,
is,
If
yeah.
you do it later, you may have more views now. But if you do it earlier, you may get what you get. But then throughout the day, you get all those views.
Yeah, you get all those views. So I'm just curious. So just add us and let us know, or just let us know. But yeah, I think that's about it. Remember, a new vlog coming out tomorrow. Even better than the first one. The first one was funny. We just want to keep getting better with the vlogs. We got a new Beauty for Bros on Friday and a new skit on Sunday. We told y'all we was
watch
coming
out.
back with the content, and we back at it.
And I want to say someone was listening because they just hit us on the phone. They like, I hope I got the number right. And I said, yes, you did.
There you go.
See? So if you hit us,
You hit us, look, boom, we right there on it, man.
when
So
I'm on it, I'm gonna hit you back.
So thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Comedy Trap House. I am Rome here with Emmanuel and Cam.
Yo, you can find me at Emmanuel Richards on Instagram.
You can find Cam at
Dormtainment.
Dormtainment. You can find me at Dormtainment. Also follow my Snap, man. I'm getting funnier and funnier. That's Rome Green Jr. on Snap. Cause I've been funny, you know what I'm saying? Cause that's my gift.
No, it's brown nose.
We're just gonna pray about it and we're gonna move forward. So thank you guys again, and we is out. Bad English.
Out.